Hi everybody, welcome to another Messages with Matt. Tonight is August, I can't remember what today's date is, the 9th I believe? Whatever. The 9th I believe, or the 10th, I think it's the 10th. Oh my gosh, what is mom mess? 9th, August 9th. It's 9 p.m. on August 9th. Welcome. Cheers. It's cherry limeade. 0 calories. Hi. So anyway, welcome. I'm sorry I haven't been around for like the last 2 weeks. So, it's great to see everybody. Welcome. I hope you all had a wonderful week. I did. It was really busy, but it was wonderful. Hi Tammy. Hi Samantha. Hi Sue. Hi Ronnie. Hi. Hey Lisette. Hi Sabrina. Hey Tony, nice to see you. Anyway, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love to see you all. Hi Jamie. I was in your neck of the woods. Hey Lori. Phantom's here. Right, buddy? There he is. He's always my buddy. He's always by my side. Gotta love him. I got this wonderful lotus flower. So yeah, you see the one I always have here. Oops, the yellow one. Well, I had an amazing client give it to me as a gift recently, so I wanted to put it on display so you guys can see it, the blue one. Hi everybody. If I didn't say hi to you, I'm sorry. There's so many people logging on. Welcome. So we're gonna do some cards tonight. I definitely have. I want to make an announcement. So nothing crazy. So because of COVID. Right, and I hope you guys will be watching this. If you're watching this after the live session, that's fine. But I like to make my announcements in the beginning so everybody can make sure to hear them. So, because of COVID, some of our, normally, how about this? Every month I like to do a live event. Sometimes it's at a restaurant, sometimes it's at a hotel, sometimes it's at a farm or a facility or whatever. They're all over the place. I was supposed to be doing one at Steel Stacks in October. That was going to be a big one. I don't think that's going to end up happening because of COVID. I'm not quite sure yet. That's to be determined. TBD. But at this time, though, all of the sessions have either been moved. Now, the one in Belvedere we ended up actually getting to do, but because of everything going on, anybody that has tickets to Soma, believe me, I am super apologetic to having to move this from March, and now it's all the way in August. So I feel bad. It's obviously not my fault. I want to get this event, to you guys so you guys can experience your loved ones coming through. So the event is next week. It's August 16th. It is still happening, but there is a caveat. We do need to move the event. Unfortunately, because of New Jersey's laws, because of COVID, we cannot have we cannot do the event at Soma. So, and I know some of you don't have tickets, and that's fine. I'm sorry to waste your time listening to this, but I do know that there's a lot of people that are going to be attending this event at Soma. It will not be happening at Soma. It will be taking place. We do have to move it. Otherwise, we were going to either have to move it again to another date. So we're going to keep the date, keep the time, August 16th. It's next Sunday, 5 p.m., same date and time, but it's at a new location. We're trying to keep it as close to Soma as possible, so it's less than a quarter of a mile away. It's very close. It's going to be in Easton, in Pennsylvania. Even though it's less than a quarter of a mile away, the laws are different, and we can actually do the event in Pennsylvania. We just can't do it in New Jersey. So it's now. Brad is going to be physically calling every ticket holder to let them know of this information and send out an email as well, just to let you know. But I wanted to come on and tell you personally why we're moving it and how and all of that. So it's going to be at our friends. We have these lovely friends that own Skeggy's Axe House, and I know that sounds crazy that we're going to be doing a mediumship reading at an axe house. It's where you throw the axes. It's such a fun thing. Oh my god, if you haven't done it, it's so fun. It's in downtown Easton on the Circle. But the event it's hard to do this. We have to move it so last minute because we were waiting to see if the laws were going to change, and they're not going to change. So we have to move the event, or we're going to have to move the event to another date. And we're just tired of moving this event, so we feel bad. We just want to get this to you guys. So we're going to keep the date August 16th, 5 p.m. at Skeggy's Axe House at 42 Center Square in Easton. It's very close by, it's not far, and it's a wonderful, large facility, and our lovely friends there are welcoming us there and letting us use their facility to do our reading. So, again, Brad will be messaging, emailing you guys, and also calling. So, but in case you are on here and you're hearing it live from me, but also just to let you know. So if you are attending, I'm excited. I'll see you next Sunday, August 16th at 5 p.m. for our amazing live in-person reading. So just to let you know. Are tickets still available? No, you know what? We probably could actually fit more people because this actually space is much larger than Soma. Soma is a restaurant, if you guys didn't know that. But I just think because of COVID, we're going to keep the tickets. We're done selling tickets. So we could fit more people, but I just feel like it's just better to just keep it. We're under 30 people. I think it's at like 28 people though. So we're pretty low. We're under 30 people. We're going to space everybody out appropriately and do all of the social distancing and all of that good stuff. So, but Spirit's still going to come through. So anyway, I don't want to go on all night about this. I just wanted to let everybody know. So if you have tickets to the Soma event that's been pushed back for months, again, thank you for being patient. I promise, because some people are not being so patient. And I understand. They're very frustrated, and I'm like, I understand. Believe me, I'm frustrated. But what are you going to do? I mean, I could break the laws, but it's better to just follow the laws and keep everybody's safety. We are going to be implementing temperature checks and all of that as well, which, by the way, I am implementing that. If you have a reading with me coming up, I do take your temperature. So just letting you know, I do take your temperature. I have one of those little boop, click things, and it takes 2 seconds. But anyway, that's about it. So that was my big announcement. So we are still doing the event August 16th, next Sunday, 5 p.m. But at Skeggy's Axe House, not Soma. And unfortunately, because we love our friends over at Soma, we have a lovely events there, and they are very sad that they cannot host the event as well. They did offer us the deck, which would be awesome. The view is amazing. If you've never been to Soma, it's in Phillipsburg, New Jersey. It's wonderful. The view, it's right on the river. It's beautiful. But that would be weather pending, and what if we had to move it because there's bad weather or something? So the last thing we need to do is piss off anybody because we need to change the event again. So it's just better off to do it indoors, big facility. It's in Easton. We were going to do it at 3rd and Ferry, but unfortunately, because of the whole restaurant thing, they need the seats. So because of the whole 25% capacity and all of that stuff. So I completely understand why we couldn't do it at 3rd and Ferry as well. So, but we were trying all these different venues, and Skeggy's came to the rescue. So thank you so much to them. I know it's a little weird to be doing it at an Axe House, but whatever. But it doesn't matter. The space is a space, and that's all we need. But anyway, thank you so much for all that, guys. All right. As for our cards and everything, I will be doing some cards tonight. I did pick a couple names from the last video. So if anybody watched the video last week, which I think I'm wearing the same shirt, but it was clean, but I think I'm wearing the same shirt from the last video, but I didn't plan that very well. I usually try to plan different outfits for the show and all that, but I didn't plan that very well. Thank you. You love my mirror? Oh, thank you. How often do I do public events? That's a very good question. Like I said in the beginning, I think I usually do them once a month, sometimes even twice a month. But because of COVID this year, I did one in January, I did one in February. March had to be moved, which was the Soma event, and then our other one, Belvedere, that had to be moved, and now everything else has been put on hold. I was supposed to do one every month this year, and the other ones were all sold out. And unfortunately, we just had to put that all on hold. What am I supposed to do? sell tickets, and then what if we go back into yellow and we can't do group events, and it's just not worth it. So people are doing more group parties though at their homes. So you can always host a group party at your house. You know, just get like 5 to 10, well not 5, it's, I think 6 is our minimum, but 6 to 12 people, get them. You can, you know, usually I'd say like 8 or 9, 10, somewhere in that range. I'd say usually 10 is a good number, or you know, maybe 8. And of your friends or your family members, and just do it in your home and social distance, and you know, we can do that as well. I know it is stressful, but anyway, but that's, so unfortunately I think this might be the last big group reading I'm doing, like large event, because for the year. I'm supposed to be doing one at Joyful Self Wellness Center in December, but I don't know if that's going to be happening due to COVID. So nobody knows what's going on. Cheers, 2020. We got cities blowing up, and COVID, and lantern flies, and hurricanes, floods. Crazy year. But anyway, alright, so moving on. Thank you guys for listening. But that's what's going on. If anybody has, and you know I always like to do this too before I do the cards, if anybody has any questions, you want to reach out, you want to look at availability, I think right now we're completely full for 2020. Brad is scheduling my calendar. I think we're towards the end of January, and now people are starting to schedule for February. I know it sounds crazy, but sometimes you can get in sooner. But calendar-wise, everybody always asks, can I get in sooner? I'm like, we can always put, what am I drinking? Cherry limeade. You can always be put on a wait list, and if there's a reschedule, we go down the list and just, hey Carol Ann, if there's a cancellation or a reschedule, we just go down the list and hit up people that are on the cancellation list, and you might get in sooner. So just letting you know, but as of right now, we're scheduling January and February of 2021. January's actually, I think, half full. So get through it. I'm telling you, go do it now. Go schedule your reading today. You can always change it, but schedule today. That's a very good question. Somebody said, well, Rachel says, I don't want to wait that long. But like I said, it may not be that long. Some mediums are 2-year waits, 1-year wait. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to end up being a long wait eventually. Right now, I'm trying not to let that happen. So I'm doing it in a way that I won't make people wait super long. But I can only, I mean, listen, I do 5 days a week. I do readings. I do this full time. So I can't add any more days. I do it 5 days a week, you know, 8 hours a day. So just like everybody else, it's a full-time job for me. So I can only do it so much. And then I do this show on top of it. So like, anyway. So that's a lot. But I just wanted to let you know. So schedule now and then put your name on the wait list. You might get in sooner. We actually do have people that reschedule their readings all the time. So people have gotten in a lot sooner, you know, like months sooner. So you can always schedule your reading for January or February and then put your name on the wait list. So thank you, Sabrina. She says, when you're good, right? Hey, girl. Oh, thank you, Catherine. She says, Matt is worth the wait. So, oh, thank you. It is very, Lori says it's very draining for you. It is. It is. Hi, Linda. Oh, you're welcome, Lori. Lori says, thank you for what you do for us. You're welcome. My pleasure. Oh, and I do want to, as I'm shuffling cards, I'm not good at shuffling cards, but I do want to mention, too, is, I don't know, don't be mad, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do the show next week because of me I have a reading at noon next week, and then I have the event at Skagies, so it's a busy weekend for me next week. I might actually have a free afternoon next week or something. If that happens, then maybe I'll do Messages with Matt on Saturday. I don't know. We're waiting for a confirmation for somebody on Saturday, and if they do not confirm, they're going to lose their spot. And normally we would go to the wait list, but because I have a crazy Sunday, I might take Saturday night off. If I do that, I'll just possibly do the show on Saturday night, just so that you know. I'll post what I'm doing. But I'm just letting you know that otherwise I'm not going to get done at the reading until 8 or 8:30, and by the time I get home, get ready, get on the show, I'm just going to be too drained. So I don't think I'm going to be on the show next week either, so I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't shuffle cards well at all. Sabrina, your name did actually come across my my eyes. So I did write down some names that I got, like I said, from the video last week. Remember I asked you guys to put your name and your birth sign. So I did write some names, and then I'm gonna pick a couple names tonight from. So I picked those names already. I literally just went down and whatever I connect with, and then I'm gonna pick a couple names from tonight live. So okay. Okay, let me see. All right. Jamie Lynn, I see your message. I will, I'm putting your name on my list. Okay. Yeah, Cappy, schedule now. Because why not? People are like, well, I'll schedule soon. I'm like, what? Schedule now. Schedule now. Because then what happens is, once January fills up, it's going to be like, wait, you said there was spots in January. And it's like, well, now they're gone. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, yeah, if you can, too. Thank you, Carolyn. If you can, please like and share this video. I'd really appreciate it. All right. Yeah, I do. Thank you, Lori. I do need to go to a dealer's school and learn how to shuffle. I'm not good. I'm also not paying attention. I'm just watching everything here. Oh, good. Chriselle? That's a pretty name. Never heard of that. Chriselle. I think she says, booked for November, cannot wait. I love fall. I'm excited for November, December. Like October, November, December. That's honestly one of my favorite times of year. The crisp, cool air, and I love it. I'm not quite sure what this is going to be like with COVID, but I'm excited. All right. Oh, so real quick. So yeah, here's my information. So if you wanted to go on, log on to LehighValleyMedium.com. If you have questions on anything about services that I offer, readings, my schedule, how I do this, information about myself, anything like that, it's all located on the website. We have lots of information on the website. I spent a lot of money on this website to make sure to get information to you and to make it pretty, and we do need to do some updates on the website, but so just know, please use the website. I spent a lot of money on it. Please use it. Okay. All right. I'm going to start. So if you guys want, start putting your names in for a card. Please don't put it in a million times. If you want to put one in like every few minutes, that's fine. Put your name in or whatever. Don't like overload, because then I can't read all these. So, but I'm going to start off with one of the names I wrote here while you guys write some names, please. Okay. Now, and I also, because I get a lot of flack, excuse me, for, I don't pick favorites. I literally pick randomly. I really go with names that I feel a connection with or something of that nature. So I'm just letting you know, I pick at random, and I promise if you're patient, eventually I'll probably get to your name, but there's 129 people watching right now, so I pick as many as I can get to, but you know, I do the best I can. So please know, I promise, it's not that I don't see your name, it's not that I don't care, it's just I gotta pick who I feel connected to. Okay. So I'm gonna pick the name on my list here from the video from last week. The first name on the list is Karen Howie. Hopefully you're watching. I didn't see your name so far on here, but I do know that you watch. So if you're watching this after the fact, here is your card. I'm going to pick a card for you. Alright. You have a transformation card. This is an awesome card. If you notice, it's the Butterfly Maiden card, Karen. It's a transformation card. It says you're experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. Well, great for you. That's awesome. Congratulations to you. I will tell you, Karen, I really do feel as though I know that this transition's a good transition. At least that's how I feel. It's a good transition, which I did see you're like doing your house and stuff. That's awesome. Good for you. But I do know that there's a lot of stress on your plate too because of all of the stuff that's going on personally. But I do know that things are good, and I'm supposed to tell you that just be very patient, and I do see that good things are coming. I do think that things are going as well as planned, and I do see that a good outcome soon is coming, if that makes sense. I know that you've been asking, hey Brooke, I know that you've been asking for signs. Just pay attention to the signs because I feel like they have been giving you signs that these good things are coming your way. So I know that doesn't probably make sense to a lot of other people. Hopefully that makes sense to you, Karen. And God bless, and hopefully everything's going well for you. And thank you. All right, now let's pick somebody. It's all right, Brooke. Brooke's like, I just logged on. I missed 22 minutes. That's fine. When this is over and I post it, you can watch the first 22 minutes. But really, it's just about announcements and stuff like that. But there is some big announcements mentioned. So, okay. So I'm going to pick a name that I have here. Hi, Patty. I'm sorry about your headache. I hope you feel better. Hi, Tim. Thank you for logging in from work. This name is standing out to me. I'm writing it down, sorry. So I don't. Jennifer Nicholson. I don't know, that name just, I'm sitting there scrolling, and I do see a couple of you that are, I have your name on the list from the video from last week. There's a couple of you. I just saw one of the names. I'm like, oh, I'm going to be saying your name soon. But anyway, Jennifer Nicholson, you're live here tonight. I saw you put your name, and I don't know, I was scrolling through and I just saw that name and it just made me want to stop. So hopefully you're here still, and I will get you a card. See, I get to this card. Sorry if you see me sitting here, I'm sorry, I'm concentrating. The screen didn't freeze. Yeah, I'm supposed to just read this. Even though I feel like I'm going to say this card for somebody else as well. This is a really good card. I've read this card though for everyone before. This is a card that I've read that I think is really great for everyone to really feel connected to. But it doesn't matter. I don't know. I just feel connected to read you this card, Jennifer. It says, this is the Notice the Signs card. Yes, the signs you've been receiving are heaven sent. We drop feathers, coins, and other signs upon your path to remind you that you're loved and never alone. I think one of the reasons why this is coming up as well is that I'm supposed to tell you that there's 3 energies with you. And I know you probably are a little confused on the 3rd, but there's 3 energies with you. And I know that deep down, there is, I feel like you've been literally asking for signs, feeling that there is, hold on. Deep down that you know that there's signs that you've been looking for, and that's why I think the sign card did come up, that I do think that a lot of them are in front of you. I do think that you should just keep communicating with them. I know for some reason you feel as though you're not always getting the messages you feel like you need to hear from them, but just know that they are communicating through you, and it may not be directly in the way that you are you're expecting. You are not alone, that our loved ones do connect with us, and this is for everyone to listen to as well though, is that our loved ones, I know you all think that when they cross over that, they go and they cross over and they don't communicate, like they can stop by on the way. So people say on the way, but they don't. Their souls want to continue their journey with us. I always say, if you can reverse it and put yourself in their situation, if you're the one that passed and you left behind somebody that's grieving and feeling the pain of your loss, of their loss of you, would you not want to come through and try to console them, guide them, help them along their way on their journey? When you know the bigger plan and you see the bigger picture, wouldn't you want to experience that and share that with your loved one? That's what they're doing with you. You think they don't watch and know what you're up to and things of that nature? Of course they do. So, but they can't communicate in the way that we can. That's the one thing. They know more, but they can't communicate the way that we do. It's a whole different energy. So, because we're using our vessel, we're using the body that we are given by God to carry around our souls and to carry out these journeys, and they don't have that vessel. They're just the actual concentrated soul, if that makes sense, and they cannot communicate the same way to us. Just like animals can communicate, but we can't communicate with them the same way. They cannot communicate the way that they communicate to each other. They communicate to us, but in a different way that we cannot understand. It's the same kind of thing. Our loved ones are communicating with us, but just on their level, their vibration, not the same way that we communicate. So just because we can't understand them doesn't mean that they're not communicating. So just know that you are experiencing messages from your loved one. You're not alone. And I know that a lot of us feel that way, but Jennifer, you're not alone. You are truly missed. They do know what's going on in your life with your loved ones, with your family. They understand it. They watch over you. They give you signs. I really do think that also, like the TV and the electronics in your house, especially the TV though, I feel like they mess with that. I do feel like you hear things in your house, and I do think that they're very proud of you and the job that you're doing. So just know, and it's funny that you, like I said, you have 3. So I'm not getting one specific person talking. I'm getting 3 that are coming in. And like I said, you might be a little confused by the 3rd one. I don't know why, but they're showing me like, she may not know who I am. But just know, though, is that you're not alone. Yes, you're right. What about loved ones we may not have met in this world? You're correct. They can see you. So let's just say if your father had passed before you were born, trust me, they know you. Or a grandparent, you don't think they know you? Or your child, of course they do. So we may not understand and know them on a physical level, but they do know us and they do watch over us. They do know who we are. So just, that's a good question, Katie. How long does it take after a person passes before you can communicate with them? I've communicated, hey Wendy, I've communicated with people that have passed the day prior. So somebody had booked a reading and their loved one passed and they weren't even at the funeral. They hadn't even been buried yet and they came through in a reading. So there's really no time frame, but they can come through a lot stronger usually the little bit longer that they are gone. Oh, good. Jennifer says, thank you. I've in fact been looking and asking for signs. So just know, they're showing you, notice the signs. That is us. That is us sending signs. Now, sometimes it's something that's very directly related to our loved ones, and sometimes it's something very general, like a cardinal, or something of that, a song on the radio. You know, I don't necessarily always just connect with one person. I connect with my guides, so it's a little different. But I connect with a number sometimes that I see. I connect with a feeling. It's not always a sign. I don't believe in coincidences. So trust me, there are people around you, but look for them. They may not be as obvious as you think. So, oh good, Karen, you were watching. Oh good. Good. Oh good, Karen, you saw that. I'm glad. I didn't know if you were watching or not. Good. I'm so glad. Well, good, Jennifer. Congratulations to you. Your loved ones are proud of you, watching over you. You think this is a coincidence you're watching and I picked your name? No, ma'am. I picked your name out of 130 people. So, and I asked very recently, like today. Oh, good. Well, God bless you, and I hope to be seeing more of you and just be watching for your loved ones. Okay. Thank you, Jennifer. Okay, next name on my list from the video last week is, Brittany Laporte. Brittany Laporte. You're actually watching live tonight too, but I actually picked your name from the list last week. So, right, Brooke? Brooke says, I agree, coincidences is just a word. Brittany Laporte. I love that name, Laporte. It's fun. Okay. I'll crack my back. So, don't worry, Sabrina. I see you. Oh, you're welcome, Jennifer. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'm sure I'll be seeing you again. Okay. Brittany Laporte. Hi, Brittany. There you are. Kathleen says, I smell scents as signs, ex-perfume, smell of grandfather's cigarettes, grandmother's lilacs. Very much so. I smell pipes sometimes, and I'm telling you, yeah, that's my grandfather, 100%. I don't know anybody else that smokes a pipe. Well, my dad sometimes does, but he lives in New Jersey, so it's not like he's standing right there with me when I smell it. So, okay, Brittany Laporte. Okay, Brittany, I have the blossoming card. This is an awesome card. It says you're just getting started, so have patience with yourself in the process and do not give up. So just know that I do think that this is wonderful that you're finally taking time for you. You're finally starting the process of building a better and new you. Just know that I do think that you have the support. I do feel there's a male presence with you, or with me for you. And I just want you to know that you are worth it. You are beautiful. They do know what you've been doing. And I feel like I'm supposed to say I'm sorry for the way that I left you. And I'm supposed to also say, hold on, that I don't know why you would think this, but they don't want you to think. Oh, by the way, Brittany's a Leo, but they don't want you to think that they would ever be disappointed in you. There's absolutely no way that they could be disappointed in you. You're so passionate. You're so strong, so willing, and they want you to know that there's nothing that you can't do and nothing that they wouldn't want to support for you. But I do think that the changes that you're positively making in your life is affecting more than just yourself. It's actually radiating to other people, and you're actually inspiring other people. And I know that you don't think of this right now, but this is what they're showing me of you. And just know that I feel like he is really behind you on this. Now, there are other people I know that are past too, but this is the one I'm connecting with you, is a male. And I really feel like this is a very strong energy that is very proud of you and wants you to know that you can succeed, you will succeed, and they want you to just keep pushing because you do have it in you, and they're tired of people making you feel less than. So, funny thing is, I don't even know who you are, but I think I see a positive person in you. I don't even see this, so this must be an inner type of thing for you. Hopefully that makes sense. I hope any of this makes sense for you, Brittany, but that's what I feel like I'm supposed to tell you, if that makes sense. You're welcome. So hopefully that makes sense, Brittany. So I don't know what you've been up to and what you're doing that is so positive and making changes and inspiring other people and so on and so forth, but this is what I am getting for you, and I hope it makes sense, sweetheart. Oh, my pleasure. Thank you. It says everything makes sense. I appreciate it and all you do. Oh, my pleasure. Thank you. But I'm also supposed to tell you that they do watch over the little one, and that they love to play with them and protect them. So I don't know if that's your little one or if somebody you know has one, like a niece or a nephew or whatever. It makes me feel like a little boy though. But I don't know, but that's just what it looks like to me. But they love watching and protecting the little one. So I don't know if that's you or I don't know. I'm supposed to let you know that too, Brittany. So, okay. Wonderful. Well, thank you, Brittany. It's alright. It's okay if you guys are late. You can always rewatch this when we're done. You can always rewatch the beginning of this video. So that's fine, Brittany, if you understood that. So maybe it's the dog. I don't know, but I'm supposed to tell you the little one. So I figure it was a kid, but that's okay if it's a dog, sweetie. If you understand it, that's all I know. Now, when we're in a private reading, guys, just to let you know, I connect a little bit stronger and more, because this is just literally, they're kind of just dropping a message off and taking. So when we're doing like a private session, I usually am a little bit stronger connected, if that makes sense, because it's usually just one person, two people, whatever, connecting with me, not 100 and something people. Alright, so Brittany, and let's see, now I want to go to somebody live. Even though Brittany, I know Brittany's live, but I got her name off of the pre-list that I did. So, okay. Oh, hold on. So let's do, I'm going to pick that name because that is a name I did see earlier. I did see this name earlier, and you've been on here pushing your name, so I'm just going to, why not? Yeah. So Sabrina. So what was it? What's your name? Sabrina what? What was it again? Sabrina. I just saw your name. Sabrina Wilson. My husband's last name. Okay. Okay, Sabrina, you have the inner wisdom card. Um, that's where it says you know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. So, girl, stop worrying about what other people are thinking. So it's time to take action on what you think that you need to do. I do think that it's wonderful to get other people's opinions. I think it's wonderful to want to do things that, go with the flow and so on and so forth. But I feel like these opinions are not coming and they're not warranted, if that makes sense. Like people are just kind of giving you their thoughts, their opinions, and I really feel like it's influencing your decisions, and your decisions are your own. You need to start making them on your own. I do feel like I think things have really changed. Ooh, do you have the ring? I don't know, Sabrina, do you have the ring? All of a sudden I'm playing with my ring. I hope this makes sense. But all of a sudden I'm getting that I'm supposed to be bringing up the ring. And just know that I do feel like you get her scent, or is it his scent? Just feels like her, but I've been just reading something about her. So, you get their scent, and I'm supposed to say that you don't need to feel guilty. It's on you now? Shut up. That's awesome. All of a sudden, as I'm talking, I'm literally going like this. As I was talking to you, I don't know if you even saw it. I don't know what's on film or not, but all of a sudden I started playing with my ring. So that's a sign for me to bring up the ring. So just know that she's so grateful that you still connect with her on a daily basis. But she wants you to know that, like, you have this, you got this, you don't need anybody else's opinion. You are such a beautiful soul, and I really feel like when you need to do something, you do it, no questions asked. I feel like you were there when this was most important. You were there, and this is something that I feel like people can count on you. She could count on you, and just know that. Why do you feel like the need to let people try to tell you where to go? You know what to do. You're in the driver's seat, so drive. Don't put your life on cruise control. But they're not disappointed. This is a thing where they're telling you, like, do it. Just, you know what to do. What does this even say? It says, you know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. And it doesn't mean that we need to blow up your spot here on Facebook and mention what exactly you've been talking about. And I know you're sitting there thinking, like, oh my God, like, well, wait, is he talking about this or is he talking about that? I'm like, no, you already know what I'm talking about. You know what she's talking about. So you need to do what's best for you, and you know what to do. Stop letting people influence you, because I feel like you're just waiting to hear a certain thing. So just keep doing what you're doing, and just know that there's no reason to feel guilty. You did everything that you knew how to do, and you did it with every good intention possible, and she wants you to know that she's appreciative of what you did and what you sacrificed. So thank you, and just know that I feel like that I feel like she loves you to the moon and back. So and And I'm also supposed to bring up, she's bringing up something about a birthday and a balloon. So, thank you. Okay. Okay. Oh, good. So, I'm glad to hear it. And maybe we'll actually have a reading. And unless maybe we did. I don't remember people's readings. So, I really don't. People think I do, and I'm sorry, I don't. Because when I'm talking to you, now when I'm talking to you guys like this, you can tell it's me. When I'm talking through them or whatever, if you can see, it's like I go in a different place because I need to concentrate. It's like I'm narrating what I'm seeing, if that makes sense. It's called clairvoyant and clairsentient. Clairvoyant, and I've described this on here before, but I'll do it again. Clairvoyant is when you see signs, symbols, and images, and they use my memory and experiences to tell a story, kind of. And clairsentient is when they use my emotions and tap into my emotions and talk from a heart. So, but I don't hear physical voices, so I didn't hear, tell Sabrina. I don't get that. That would scare the shit out of me. So that's not what I get. Hi, Sean. Psychic Rainbow. I haven't seen that in a long time, Dale. But that's how I'm communicating. So when I'm explaining to you guys what's going on, I'm literally describing the images that I'm seeing. So, oh, wonderful. Excuse me. That's a very brief explanation, but that's how it works. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. So that was a live person. So let's go back to here. I just did. Right now I'm on the list again. Like now I'm going on to. Well, okay. So, I'm going to the list of people. If you're just tuned in, what I'm doing is last week when I couldn't do the show, which I'll probably do that for next week too. By the way, I ask you to leave your name and your birth sign, and I randomly from that list picked 3 names, or actually I think I picked 4. I picked 4 names, and I will read those people on here, and then I'll pick live people as well. So I'm just alternating from back to forth. So just to let you know, if you're wondering what name I'm picking now from the list, and then I'll go to another live person again. So. And most people are watching that we're on this list, but it's just fair for people that can't watch all the time, and then it's fair for people that are watching. So I do a little bit of both. I'm trying to be fair and get as many people. Oh, I know, Jamie. I got the couch sitting right in front of me. So that was almost a year ago, right? So okay. So I have on my list here. I have Kathy Wexler. Hopefully this makes sense to you, Kathy. Hopefully you're even watching. But Kathy Wexler, and who is an Aries. Okay. Yeah, this is the one. This is a good card for a lot of people too. So, Kathy, hi. So, you have the Start Delegating card. This is a great card, but you have this. Oh my God, I need to shave. Tomorrow's a shave day. You have the Start Delegating. It's a great card. That's Green Tarot card. Now, Kathy, it says, ask others, including me, meaning Spirit. Ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. So it sounds like you need to start delegating and start relieving some of the stresses that are in your life. Now, I will tell you, I do have a this is like the second time I've seen this. Kathy, I do have a gentleman coming through, and he's bringing through a dog as well. So I don't know if this makes sense to you but but I have an animal, like a dog, that is coming through with this gentleman, and I'm supposed to tell you that they're wishing that they got to spend more time with you. Now listen, all of our loved ones wish they got to spend more time with us. But they're wishing that they got to spend more time with you, because I do feel like, unfortunately, there was a period that I guess you guys weren't seeing each other often. And I don't know if this is a fight or just, but it just looks like there's a period that you guys didn't get to see each other. And I feel like that bothers you, that you weren't there more or something. That you were not able to be there more. And he's even saying too that he wishes that this was not the case as well. He's also, like I said, bringing up this dog that is safe with him. So it's the spirit of the dog, and that I feel like, and it ties into kind of what, this ties into what the card says, that your work ethic is wonderful, except that you try to take on too much by yourself, so you definitely would need to delegate more. But I really feel like you have this strong work ethic, and that you just keep pushing for what you want, and I feel like you don't give up until you get it. So just keep pushing, keep doing what you're doing. They're very proud of you. This is something that I guess is passed in your family as well, with the work ethic. And I feel like he had this issue too with delegating. He was bossy though. He would not have a problem telling people what to do. But when it came to it, it's like, it's one of those things where it's just easier if I do it, because I can do it better than anybody else. So, and I feel like, one of those, it's just easier if I just do it instead of having to describe it and explain it. I'll just do it. So, and that's kind of like you too. So, start delegating. Maybe get an assistant, or maybe get somebody to help you a little bit on things. Or maybe start utilizing the people that have been asking, hey, can I do something for you? Can I help you? Because I really feel like this is their way of telling you, like, listen, you're going to burn yourself out because I did. But just know, though, is that I really feel like they're, and I'm supposed to tell you that, yes, they are together. So this is something that you've been wondering for a long time, too, is yes, they are together. The two of them together. And there is a female that they're talking about. So I don't know if this is his wife, or your mother, or his mother. But whatever. I'm supposed to tell you, this is where in a private reading, I would actually try to figure it out. Because it's this, and we're time constrained, I don't know who it is, but he's showing me that there's a female with him as well, and you should know that they are together. They're coming through together, but he's the one who's been pushy and has the voice today. So, congratulations, Kathy. Good job. They're very proud of the job that you've been doing, and that you have carried on the family tradition of working hard and playing hard. So good for you. I think everybody should have that, but that's wonderful. Good for you. Okay, let's pick somebody live. What time is it? It's almost 10 o'clock. Okay. Let's pick somebody live. Okay. How about this? Thank you, Dale, for posting my address. Gail just posted my website address. Thank you. LehighValleyMedium.com. Thank you, Dale. Rad equals ratings. So how about guys? I see psychic rainbow. How about this? I want to keep picking a name, but I have like these two people that want to come through. So if you want, I think it might just be better for me to just do the reading and have it connect to somebody than for, because they're these people, these two, well, there's one specific one and then there's this new one that's kind of chiming in. So instead of me picking a name, why don't I just do this reading and give you what I'm getting? That's what I do best. So I'm just going to do that instead of picking a live name. I know, because that gives, instead of me just picking a name, that gives 112 people the opportunity to maybe have it be them, if that makes sense. So I feel like who I'm supposed to be talking to, the person coming through though, who I'm supposed to be talking to, I think this is a male, but I don't know. I'm going to just tell you the situation and you guys can hopefully figure this out. But I feel like we're doing everything possible to make sure that we don't have to take them to the hospital. So, like we're doing everything in our power to take care of them at home so they don't have to go to the hospital, because that's not what they want. They don't want to go to the hospital. So I feel like this is some sort of prior illness, sickness, could be cancer, could be whatever. I don't know. They're not showing me that. They're just showing me what I'm about to tell you. So, but they're prior sick. This is something that they've been dealing with, and they've been getting care, and I feel like it's at home. Because they don't want to go to the hospital. So this is the last thing that you guys wanted to do, is put me into the hospital. But I really feel like they're trying to communicate to you that I understand that this is something that that had to be done. I do think that they were fighting for their life. I do think that they were struggling. I do think that they were holding on. I think this is one of the worst and hardest things that you had to do, because there was ultimately some heavy decisions medically that you needed to make. And I do feel like that it was very important to surround your family and bring love, and I feel like almost like holding hands or praying around them, and that this is, I know that you promised you would try to keep them out of the hospital, but they don't want you to be upset by this. This is okay. You guys did everything possible, and I think you would have only beat yourself up more had you not taken me to the hospital. But one of the things I'm supposed to tell you is that you did do everything right. They did hear you, and they do wish that they had the opportunity to tell you how much they love you and to take care of each other. But unfortunately, I think that they slipped into, I don't know if it's a coma or whatever, but it looked like they never verbally had the opportunity to tell you this and have the closure with you that they needed before that they weren't themselves anymore. I do think that they did pass peacefully, but I do hear somebody whispering to them that it was okay to go, and that to go be with their loved one. So thank you for releasing me, because I feel like you let my soul be at peace and that I didn't have to struggle any longer. But they did pass peacefully. They do know that you guys were there. I do feel like that somebody did leave, and they hold themselves accountable for leaving because they weren't there when they passed. but they don't want anybody to feel guilty. They just wanted to go peacefully, and they said, thank you for giving me that opportunity by letting me go and releasing me. So, thank you. And they do send a butterfly. They do connect with a butterfly. Hopefully, I didn't read anybody what anybody's reading or writing. So I just wanted to tell you exactly what I got. Hopefully that makes sense to somebody. Maybe a few of you. Maybe that's why they didn't want to show me specifics, but they literally went down a laundry list of all the things I was supposed to say that was very pertinent. So, so I also want to bring up, I also want to bring up, this is an interesting one. This is about a female who passed. I do feel like they're younger because I do feel that they left behind a child. And I do want to say thank you because I do think that you are now raising their child. Or maybe your significant other is or whatever, but I'm supposed to. They're not even talking about how they passed. They just want to, because they're like, I don't even want to talk about that. I do think it was tragic, and we're not gonna. They don't want to talk about their passing. They're like, they don't want to talk about them. They want to talk about you and their child, and they're saying thank you so much for being so gracious and taking, I feel like, their child and raising them as like pretty much your own, and valuing my beliefs and following them and honoring them, and I feel like making sure that your daughter is a part of their life. And this could have been years ago. That's fine. This looks like though that they've evolved, because I do feel like that they're showing me walking them through with school, and I do feel like that they've been following them when they were younger. I feel like they used to communicate with them. I do feel like there's a flower involved somehow with like, I don't know if this is a tattoo or an actual flower. They're showing me a flower, and I'm supposed to tell you that oh, hi Tammy. Oops. Oh, okay. Oops. So this is interesting because, like I said, they don't even want to talk about them, and they don't even necessarily want to talk about you, other than that about you caring for their daughter or son, excuse me, their child. This feels like a daughter. So I don't know if somebody lost their daughter, or this could be your niece, and you're supposed to tell your sister. Or the point is this may not be directly towards you, because it doesn't feel like I'm talking to somebody even directly towards, but I do feel like it's a female that passed, and that they're trying to connect with their child and how much they do watch over them. They've been watching over while they sleep. They protect them. They're very apologetic on how they passed, because I do think that this could have been avoided, their passing, and that they are just so mortified the way that they left this child, but they're very gracious and very thankful on how you've been raising them, or this person that they're supposed to be talking to, how they raised them, and they are saying thank you so much for putting yourself out, putting yourself out to take care of my child as if they were your own, and honoring me every day when you're raising them. Just know that I just feel like I'm supposed to say thank you. Those were the two messages that I was supposed to give to somebody watching. So I hope that makes sense. I know it was a little vague on that one. That one wasn't as specific as the other one. Those are two separate messages. But that's what I got, and that's what I want to give you. I wish I had more from her, but it was just a very basic, just dropped right in, and was just wanted to talk about how this person is raising their child, and how much that they are in their life and they are watching over, but really it's about how they're raising them, and that they still honor them. Like, they don't hide the fact that she's gone. They actually still embrace and they honor, like, with the way that they raise this child. They include the mom in the life, if that makes sense. So, and it's thank you so much. Okay. So, okay. I want to do this card for Jamie Lynn. Jamie, I wish I could remember exactly what I was supposed to tell you last week or the last time when I was on here. I don't. Unfortunately, if I got to, that's the only thing, sweetheart, with any of you guys, if I get distracted on here, like, and I get somewhere else, because this is just Facebook Live and I've got 112 people sitting in front of me, if it leaves, it's gone. So, I'm trying to think of what or something, so I'm just going to read you the card and hopefully something will take place, and click again. If not, that's fine. I would say maybe suggest signing up for a private reading, and I'm not pushing, if you don't want to do that, that's fine too. I don't push for private readings, but maybe something one-on-one that might, but I'm just letting you know, I'm being honest, that I don't necessarily feel 100%, I don't know what I'm supposed to say to you yet, so I'm just going to pull a card like I would normally do, read you a card, and if something comes through, wonderful. But I do kind of remember saying something to you, and I do remember, I think that I did read your message, but I can't remember what that was. It was about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So unfortunately, no, I don't. Like I even said in the beginning of the show, I don't retain messages. So I should have gotten to you then, and I apologize. I will tell you, Jamie, hi, Patrick. Okay. This is an interesting one. So, it does all happen for a reason. But, Jamie, so this is an interesting one. Receptivity. This is allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. So this is interesting. This tells me that you may actually have an ability to communicate with them, almost like I do. So now let me tell all of you this. I've told you this before. I'll tell you again. Everyone can do what I do. This isn't, I wasn't like, listen, I might have a little bit more of an ability than some other people, but like anybody can learn to play music. We all have the ability to learn to play music. We all can, even people who have no hearing can play music. You know, it may take some people more practice, more time, a harder sense of trying to get it. They don't have the rhythm, they don't hear all that. But anybody can learn it. It's just like, but some people can click, it just clicks with them, right? Same thing with what I do. I'm like, anybody can do it, I just may click with it just a little easier than some other people. That's all. But everybody has this ability. But hearing this and this card, allow yourself to receive, which tells me that you may be blocking some of the things that are coming through. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. Just know, though, as I think that this is another way of them trying to say that we do try to communicate with you. We do try to bring through information to you. You just have to be a little bit more open. And I'm not saying that you're closed off. I'm not saying that. But just know that I feel like this is them saying that they're trying to get a hold of you and they're trying to connect with you. And it may not even it may not be your family members. The thing is I don't necessarily connect with all my family members all the time. I connect with your family members all the time. Everybody thinks like I just sit here and chat with my grandmother, like she sits on the couch and we just sit and chit chat. I wish that were the case. I wish that would be so cool if I could. It's not the way it works. So the way that they communicate with me is, like I said earlier, is they communicate through my thoughts, feelings, and emotions. So if they communicate to me in a way that I would understand, that would be connected to my grandmother, is that me just having a thought, or is that me actually getting a message? When I know nothing about you, when I know nothing about the person that's sitting in front of me, well, and I can, like Patrick, like I know Patrick that just said hi to me. I know him, but I don't know him very well. Like I know, we say hi, we have pleasantries. Like I really like him. He's a nice guy, very nice man. But I don't know anything about a history of his family. He doesn't know the history of my family, so I can read him. That's not a problem. But like my husband, I can't read. My sister, I can't read. I can do psychic stuff, but I can't read family member. I know everybody that really kind of passed. Like, I know what's going on in their lives. I know. So is it me because I know this, or is it me getting a message? It confuses me. So the less I know about you, the easier it is for me to read you. So people think it's, well, you could Google, you could look up all this shit. All right, if you think that, then don't fucking come to me. That's fine, because I don't do that. Anyway, so, it's no biggie. If you think that I would do something like that, then don't fucking come. So, not a big deal. So, it's the truth, though. So, maybe some people do that. I don't know. I don't. For me, it's more difficult for me to read somebody the more I know. So, usually when somebody comes here, and anybody that's had a private reading with me that is even watching can attest to this, that I know nothing about you. I don't even book the reading. My husband books it. All I know is the first name, usually, sometimes the last name, but the first name, what time you're coming, is there one guest, two guests, or three guests, and that's it. And then I start doing my writing, and then we start the process. So that's the best way I could describe it. So anyway, sorry to go off topic, but that is the truth. Hi, Marianne. Well, thank you, Jill. She says she loves my honesty. I do believe in just being authentic and being yourself too, and that's another thing that comes through in all my readings. If it makes sense, wonderful. If it doesn't, that's okay. It might make sense later. I don't believe in making things fit. So anyway, back to Jamie. Jamie, if you have these feelings and you have these thoughts and they do come to you in dreams, I don't think dreams are necessarily the way that you do communicate. I do think it's in where you hear that inner thought in your head, so that you get the actual, it sounds like you're talking to yourself. When they actually do that, that is definitely more of like closer to what I'm doing. That's actually a medium. So, everybody can, again, tap into it, but I feel like you get this more than not. And then you even find yourself saying, I actually thought that, but I didn't follow through with it. Or, damn, I knew that they were going to say that. How did I know that they were going to say that? Or how did I know that they were going to do that? You've been doing that all your life. Let me tell you right now, honey, it is a gift. So if you, just like when somebody told me, oh, good, Linda. But anyway, it's the truth. When Pat Longo, the wonderful, amazing healer, who told Teresa Caputo she was a medium, she's the same person who told me I was a medium, and I thought she was freaking nuts. I really did. I thought, I'm like, a medium? Like, how the hell am I a medium? I don't talk to dead people, but here I am. So she explained it to me just like I'm trying to explain it to you, and it can be something that's a little so sorry. It can be a little distracting sometimes. It can be very hard to sometimes understand what people are saying, like the spirits, but it's just something that you just need to focus and reel in and just know. It's kind of funny because it is something that's really true. Was it scary at first? No, not really. Because I've been getting the images in my head and the voice that it sounds like your own voice in my head since I was a child, as long as I can remember. So, no, not really. I think I would feel odd if I didn't get this in my head, if that makes sense. I thought everybody kind of got this. Yes, actually, I could teach a medium class. I did try doing it 2 years ago. Tried doing it 2 years ago, and not too many people signed up. So I never really did it again. But I did want to think about maybe offering it again. So just know though, Jamie, you're not crazy. But that voice that you hear, honestly, this goes to anybody. And I just told somebody in my reading today, actually, I had my noon appointment today. She was very nice. But I said, and this is the God's honest truth, if you're sitting there, right, and this is based on hearing the voice, not hearing Jamie. No, I don't hear voices like that. But hearing a voice in your head that sounds like yourself, and you're not thinking anything like that, right? We're going to pretend you're sitting in traffic, right? You got Beyonce turned on, or Lenny Kravitz, or I don't fucking care. Anyway, and you're listening to music, and you're just boop, 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 and you're bopping around, and you're just sitting in traffic, and all of a sudden something tells you, like, get off at this exit, or something like that, right? You turn here at this street. Because this actually did happen to me one time. And if you hear this, when you think to yourself, why would I turn there? That's going to take me like far out of the way. That's weird. Oh well. And you start, you kind of brush it off like, that doesn't make sense. I'm an idiot. I'm stupid. Then all of a sudden you hear it again. Turn here. And it's like, why would I turn there? Like, why would I do that? And then you pass, you go, right? The traffic's gone. You pass, you don't turn. Gee. And then you hit traffic. Or then you get a speeding ticket. Or you get an offender bender. Or you end up getting somewhere late. Or you have a flat tire and you think, son of a bitch, I should have turned there. Right? How many times does that kind of thing happen to you? Where you're like, I thought to myself to turn it. When you hear that voice, notice one of the things I did is I sat there and questioned it. Why would I turn there? Who the hell are you talking to? Right? Like, welcome though, but think about it. This is the one thing that really, it was like an aha moment for me. This is just me. I didn't learn this from anybody. I learned this from I'm really good at like dissecting and breaking things down, and I'm like, who the fuck am I arguing with? Like, I wasn't thinking turn right here. That didn't make sense to me. So who just told me to turn right there? Right? Like, who just said that? But it sounded like me. It sounded like my own voice. Like, well, because if somebody came through and all of a sudden said, turn right, wouldn't you shit your pants? I'm sorry, I would. I said I had to get my car all cleaned and detailed again because I think I'd just mess up my leather seats, honey. I'm joking, but it's the truth. I think I would probably and swerve and drive off the highway. So the point is they're not trying to scare you, they're trying to communicate with you. And who do you listen to the most is yourself. That doesn't scare you, correct? So they come through as your own voice. It's your own intuition talking to you. Listen to it. Listen to it. I can't stress this enough. This goes for you. Jamie, I'm really talking to you, but I'm talking to everybody. Listen to it. Listen to that voice and try to see from now on. Try to just do it for the next couple days. If you hear that voice, if you get that feeling, I don't care if it doesn't make sense or not, just try. Don't put yourself in danger. Don't do something that's dangerous. But I'm saying, though, if something says like, don't leave, or don't do this, or do this, or pick up milk, and you're like, I just picked up milk at the store yesterday, but then you go home and your husband says, oh, the kid spilled the milk everywhere, and you're like, son of a bitch, I was gonna go get milk and I didn't listen to myself. So start listening to yourself. Welcome to being a medium. But that's just your intuition as well, too. They can use this as intuition. Intuition is more here. Girl, I got a lot of intuition. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of intuition right there. No, but it's, I could jiggle my intuition. Anyway, honestly though, intuition is here. This is communication. So just know that who are you arguing with? That was my aha moment is who the fuck am I arguing with? Because I don't actually think I should do that. Like that doesn't make sense to me. Why would I say that to myself? Now there's a difference. Sitting there going and you're in traffic and going, I wonder if I should get off here. That might get me around traffic. That's just you. Sitting there just doo-doo-doo and going like, turn right. Why would I turn right there? That doesn't make sense. Who are you arguing with? So, anyway. Andrea, I read that. But that's the truth. That is the honest to God truth. You're my favorite. You're welcome. Anyway, it's the truth. It's like, no, listen, that's just my personality. I do like to have a lot of fun. I do take this seriously. I did read some of your, I don't get to read a lot of the comments because I'm talking. I have to look at the camera, so I don't get to read all the comments. But when I did see one of the comments, I did see a couple people mentioning about taking this class. Maybe we'll sign up for this class. Maybe we'll start doing that. Because I can do it in smaller spurts. And if I do it in smaller spurts, then we don't have to worry about COVID in big areas. Like I can do smaller ones. If you really do want to do this medium class, we can start doing that. If you like that and you like that idea, interesting. Okay. I've been talking about doing it for a long time. It's really, honestly, it's kind of like what I just decided today to talk to you about. It's just like tips and tricks and things that I learned along the way. It's things that you can use on a daily level. I just know that when I was starting out, I had no one to turn to, so I like to be able to help people. If you have anywhere that you have questions and you want help, that's what I do. So, alright, so if you want here, email Brad if you have interest. This is the email. You can do it on the website as well, but LehighValleyMedium@gmail.com. It's very simple. Just like the website, LehighValleyMedium.com, it's LehighValleyMedium@gmail.com. You can email, in the subject line, put Medium 101. Okay? So we know it's different than like asking a question about something, or we get tons of emails about questions. People sending me pictures of shit, which half the time I have no idea what the fuck you're sending me pictures of. It's a fucking blur. I have no idea. So, but I try to do my best with answering what I can. What's this? I don't know. It looks like a blurry picture to me. So, anyway, welcome to my life. So my mom just sent me one today. God bless her. I love her. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck she sent me. What the hell? Can you tell me what this is? I have no idea. I'll show it to you. I love my mom, though. My mom is amazing. Everybody's mom's amazing, right? So, what the fuck is that? I don't know. I don't know what that is. What's that? I don't fucking know. So, but that's just one, because that's a personal one. Like, that's my mom. So, I tried to study the best I can. I don't know. Sometimes, but see, because it may not be a sign for me. Signs for people are individual signs. So for her, she felt a connection with that. I see it, I'm like, what the hell is that? I don't know. So, so do you understand though? Is that your spiritual connection can be different than my spiritual connection. We don't all get the same signs. So I could look at something where you could show me like, oh, I think this is a sign, and to you that means the world. To me, girl, it's a nickel. What the hell am I supposed to look? It's a nickel. What do you think? So, but it could make sense to you. It could be the sign you've been looking for 10 years. A nickel, a wooden nickel. It's something I've been looking for a long time. My girl, that's a wooden nickel. I don't know what the hell. Where are you going to spend that at? So, good luck spending that. So, to me, it could mean nothing. To you, it can mean the world. Just like to me, a sign of something could mean the world, and you could look at it and think, I'm stupid. So signs can be different to different people. So that's why sometimes in these pictures, people send me a picture and I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. But they're over the moon with this picture. So maybe it's a sign for you. So maybe I'm not supposed to understand what that means. Um, um, Anything else we should email Bradley about? Shut up. Anyway, what else? So Jamie, I know it's kind of a. I talk to everybody about this, and I know this is your thing, but maybe you should maybe you should come for a message, for reading or something of that nature. But that's what I got. It's interesting. So yours was less of a reading and more of them trying to tell you that you're not crazy. You're not crazy. You do have a gift. We are trying to communicate to you. So if you are open to letting us communicate with you, we'd love to communicate. But it doesn't have to be from grandma or Aunt Millie or your friend that passed. It could be your guides. Like the people that talk to me on a daily basis is not always just my loved ones. It's my guides. Those are people that communicate with me on a daily basis. They're people, they could be loved ones that are people I've never even met. Like my great uncle, I never met him. So on my mom's side I did, but on my dad's side I didn't. I never met him, so I don't know anything about him. But he could be watching over me and be one of my guides. So they don't always have to be people that you're super close with. They could just be people that are watching over you. So you don't always have to know who's your guides. I don't really know exactly who's my guides, but I do feel a connection with them. I trust them. I love them. I tell them actually I love them every day. No, I did not, Lois. I did not have dinner yet. So I'm actually going to get going in a minute. So, but that's how this works. It's not rocket science. It really is not. If you want to do Mediumship 101, if I get enough interest, what I'll do is last time I was just going to have everybody pay, and then they didn't, and then people didn't show, and I booked out my whole night for it, and I did all this stuff, and I did a special thing, and I was going to give people candles, and I was going to do all this thing. Anyway, and then people didn't even show. I ended up having 1 or 2 people. So this time it's going to be a prepay, and there's no refund. So if you don't show, you missed out. So because I'm going to make it a small workshop, so that way I don't get. It's all right. I'm not upset. Whatever. It is what it is. I learned my lesson. So anyway, but that's what I'll do next time we'll see what kind of interest we have. We'll pick a date and we'll do it. So that sounds fun. I'm excited. But anyway, I do like that I can add people on camera. I wish I could add all of you guys on camera. Like some of these pieces, you can add the person on camera. I would love to do that, because then when I do your card, I can actually pull you up. That would be awesome. That if I could pull you up on screen and do a reading with you on screen and everybody could see it. Wouldn't that be neat? No, I have to turn it off. I have to turn my readings off, because otherwise, yes, they will just continue. They will literally just sit here and keep talking to me. So I have to kind of shut down. So when you see me at the grocery store and you're the person that says, "Are you getting anything about me?" No. If I did, I would tell you. I do. I promise. I do get messages on people sometimes, like strangers, or like at the eye doctor, or at the dentist, or at the grocery store, or at a friend's birthday party. Randomly, if I get something, I will give it to the person. Like I'll just usually, or if it's strong enough. If it's not a strong message, then why? Because it gets into a whole other thing. But like if I feel like somebody's just trying to say hi, but then they don't really have a message, because then it leads into a whole other thing. But otherwise, if I do get something, I will give it. I will. But I can't be on all the time. So anybody that knows that. How about this? Just like your job, imagine if you had to be on call 24/7 all the time. And the minute, like anybody that's like a hairstylist knows that, or works at a doctor's office, especially lately, Notice everywhere you go, it's like, so this rash that I have, oh hey, this thing on my teeth, can you tell me what, or the hairstyles, what color do you think I should do my hair? Right? Like, it's all the time. Can you imagine though, like, even with this, getting into like a emotional state and people crying and you're like standing in a grocery store, like, and people are like having a breakdown because grandma's coming through, like, girl, like, just trying to fucking buy tuna and some, and some Coke Zero or whatever. I'm not trying to, have a big emotional thing here. So, but that's, so I try to do my best with that, but that's, it's, right? Jill knows, right? But imagine though, like, that, but on a different scale, that it's like emotional and that people just, because also it's not just thanks. So then, like, so when I said to give a message from grandma, it's, well, what about this? One more quick question. Oh, one more quick question. Oh, what about this? Oh, are you getting anything about my kid? Oh, did you get something about that we just redid the kitchen? Oh, did you get something? Girl, I'd be there all fucking day. So, it is exhausting. I do love it though. I do love it. I promise I do love it. And I do love giving people stuff, like, when I get it, but I can't, if I walked around open at like the grocery store, I'd be reading the guy fucking putting cantaloupes at ShopRite. I'd be reading the lady behind the counter that at the butcher thing. I'd be reading people in the parking lot. I'd be reading people all over the place. So I have to shut down. So I have to have boundaries. And so I don't mind. People come up to me all the time and say, "Are you the medium?" And they want to take a picture or they say hi or whatever. It's fun. I love that. I have no problem. Please, by all means, if you see me, say hi. I don't mind. I may not know who you are. I watched the show, and thank you for watching. I don't know who you are, but I'm like, thank you. Like, that's awesome. I really do love it. It's awesome. But and some people will say, "Are you picking up anything?" And I'll be like, "No." I usually say, "I'm like, no, I'm sorry. If I'm out and about, I'm on my time off, so no, most likely no. But if I do get something, I will tell you. I have no problem doing that. I've been doing that since I've been 5 years old. So if I get something, I will tell you. But you definitely have to set boundaries when you do this. And I will teach you about that at Mediumship 101. Otherwise, you'll be reading people while you're trying to buy tuna. That's a true story, by the way. And God bless her. I love that woman. I don't mind when people ask me, "Are you getting anything?" I just feel bad because I have to say no. Like, I have to be like, "No, I'm sorry." So then immediately, the first thing somebody thinks, just like people who are not getting a card, the first thing you think is, they don't want to talk to me. It's not that they don't want to talk to you, but I can only connect with so many people at a time. I can only connect to so many people at a time. So I can't connect to everybody. So I do my best to open myself up to as many people as I can get to. And those select few either were maybe strong enough to push through, or maybe that my energy just connected with their energy really well, or maybe something. I don't know. I don't always get the chance to find out why. But there's a reason for everything. There's a reason why the people who got readings tonight got readings tonight. There's a reason that, if you didn't, maybe it's just not tonight. Maybe tonight was not the night. But I promise, though, my goal is to get everybody a reading. That's what I like. That's what I do. I try to get people readings. That's why I'm still at 10:37 sitting here still talking. So that's why my readings have been going like 3.5 hours lately. Oh my God. They go so long. So, but people seem to be happy. I'm happy to help, and that's all that matters. When we're done, we're done. And that's what I believe. And just like this, I do feel like I'm kind of done. Now, remember, next week, I will not be doing this show as normal. I will probably pop on, say hi, say love you, and then I'll, probably do the whole thing where leave a name and your birth, your birth sign, and then I'll pick a name sometime during the week since I can't do the show. I'm sorry I can't do the show next week. I love doing the show, but everything seems to fall on a Sunday. So, but anyway, but after that I should be fine back to normal. So, anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you soon. Have a wonderful week. Stay humble, stay blessed. Thank you, Jamie, for being patient for me getting back to you. But hopefully I'll see you at this Mediumship 101. Again, if you're interested in doing Mediumship 101, I want to see the interest that people have. Just email lehavalley@gmail.com and then put Mediumship 101 in the subject line if you're really that interested. I don't know how much I'll charge. Nothing crazy. Not a crazy amount. I mean, it's not going to be $10, but you know, because it is going to be an evening of it, but I'll figure that out. And then I'll put out an announcement and have sign-ups, but it's going to be first come, first serve. But if people really like it, I'll keep doing it. I'll do 1 or 2 a month or whatever. Anyway, but I love you guys. Have a great week. Stay blessed, stay safe, and as always, don't just look for inspiration, but be the inspiration. God bless.